Oh my goodness, what a week, gang. Another great week of fishing. We got Justin and Al in here to talk about how great their clients did fishing this week. But I got to tell you, I am super impressed with all of your reports coming in on the community. I am very, very impressed. I thank you all very, very much. Those of you that are sending in reports, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because you know what it does, Justin and Al? It helps you and I to put together these game plans to let people know where to go and where not to go. So it's a big community with over 5,000 members. And finally, the members are participating, which it was a struggle for a while, but now we've got them and they are participating. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody that sent in a report this week, I am very, very touched and very moved by the way you're all sharing what you're doing out on the water. I didn't know we could do it, but we did it, and we're very happy. And there's some very good fishing going on, right, Al?
Oh, yeah, there's always fish to be caught. It just matters of what if you want a big bluefin, you have to take some months off. But if you want to go fishing, they're biting.
Yeah, you took a guy down to the rock pile the other day and caught some beautiful rockfish, right? I got a picture of it here.
Oh, yeah, rock fishing, caught some bonita. The weather's epic. A little chillier today, but it's been 80 degrees.
Yeah. I don't know where I put that damn picture. I got a beautiful rockfish picture, Al. I'll get it up there in a minute. Talk about what's going on down at the Coronados right now.
There's a lot of lingcod, a lot of rockfish, the bonita around the islands. There's a little bit of yellowtail down at the rock pile in the yo-yo jig. So it's we're just February 1st, I think, today, or 2nd or whatever. I haven't been paying attention, but we're just coming out of January, and it looks like to be an early warm water cycle here. And don't be surprised if that offshore stuff starts happening a lot earlier this year.
Well, that bonita's still biting down there too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think the Dolphin had 40 people and they had 75 bonita in a couple hours the other day.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing wrong with that.
All the rock fishing's good south of the border. That area that I talk about out in the middle of nowhere, just past the border, a couple clicks, was firing pretty good last time I was there. Obviously, it's all condition related like anything, but yeah, man, you want to fill your freezers, just cross the border and go drop down a little bit. Go have a good day. Have some fun.
Yep. And then, oh my God, Justin, he's just been wailing on those lobsters, right, Justin?
Hello? Yes, I am really trying to. I wanted to add
on the
something
full
really quick that
moon,
you said earlier. Huh?
Even on the full moon, you wasted them.
Yeah. I wanted to add something really quick that Dave, you said a little while ago about people posting on the website. It's really, really cool. I mean, we really appreciate it, but what I think is the most exciting thing is all the members get to see what's going on out there, whether people are succeeding or not succeeding. Because Al and I, we can't be everywhere at the same time. So with all the members posting, it's definitely getting a range out there of what's going on where. So that's really cool. And all the members can go on there and see, okay, if I'm going to go to La Jolla, or I'm going to go to Mission Bay, am I going to go to Newport or Long Beach, or what's going on where the fish are biting more prevalent to other places. So that's really cool.
Oh, yeah, man. It's really cool because some of them are doing stuff that we wouldn't think of and going certain places and catching cool stuff, you know. The more coverage we have, the better it is for everybody. Like you said, we can't be everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you guys that are watching a few of our reports came in the last couple of days. It's absolutely incredible. Look at these reports. Starting right here. Rick Maurer went out to Deacon's Reef and caught those with the spear gun, caught those beautiful fish. Couple of sculpin, a calico bass. You look at Boyd Childress. He went out, caught beautiful halibut again, got a 23-pounder on the Dana Point scale. Right here, Brian Carter went out, caught a bunch of lobsters, had a really good night of lobster fishing. And Tony went out to Iser's Reef, didn't put any pictures in, but had a really good bite on Iser's Reef, had a good time catching some fish. And then John went out and he caught these beautiful sand bass, and he even posted what it looks like on your photometer. So if you guys look at this photometer picture, this is what we're looking at when I tell you get out there and look around for the fish on the rock. And then when you find them, then you set up on them, because it's Al and Justin will tell you here as we go along. It's just that time of the year where the fish are moving off and on the rocks, and you really got to pay attention to your fish finding apparatus and get on these fish. And then you're rewarded with some beautiful fishing. And I can't emphasize it more. It's just absolutely spectacular what's going on. And like Al said, we know it's not big bluefin. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that only fish for bluefin, but thank God they're not on our website. What do you got?
From trout fishing to bluegill fishing to bass fishing to inshore fishing, bait fishing, it's all biting, you know.
And now
lobster hooping.
You're going to get started on this largemouth bass pretty quick too, right?
Yeah, as soon as I get my stuff together.
Are they hitting?
It depends on what lake it is. At El Cap, you can't launch a boat, but the kayakers are wrecking them. Otay, you can launch a boat, and the fish on Saturday were all deep fish. All the live scope guys got them good, but the guys fishing shallow didn't do very well. So it's starting up at Otay. The water temperature is about 60, and there is a few fish up on beds in one area right now. So I mean, it was hot out there this weekend, 85 degrees. So another couple weeks. I know before the next moon and during the next moon, it's going to be full tilt. If that helps you at all.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps a ton, because there's a lot of people on here that want to go fish. They don't have access to the ocean right now, but they got access to the lakes. There's so much going on in Southern California as far as fishing goes, gang. You don't want to kick back and relax and wait for something to happen. It's happening right now. I know we're going to have a little bit of weather starting on Thursday. I hope it doesn't affect our fishing too much, but we'll have to play it by ear and see what happens. But up until Thursday, you guys, we have beautiful weather the next 3 days here in Southern California. You got to get out there and take advantage of what's going on. And like Justin says all the time with the lobster fishing, he finds out that the moon doesn't matter. The anything that you want to blame no lobsters on, you can, but Justin has to go all the time. Al has to go. And what you saw the other night was Justin, full moon. It can't get any fuller than that. Full limits of lobsters again.
Yeah, that's a myth. I've smoked them on the moon too. Bright downtown San Diego, full moon, and they're crawling.
What do you think, Justin?
I mean, honestly, I don't know what to think anymore, because everything that I thought is not right. So I'm not going to lie or try to make people feel better about one thing or another, but all I know, the only thing I know is that rain makes them move more than normal, but everything else doesn't matter. I mean, they move whenever they want. The last 2 times I've been out over the weekend, we've had high pressure systems. And what was my thing before? Oh, it's got to be a low pressure. Oh, it's got to be a low pressure. I kept pounding that into everybody because I noticed that I caught a lot of lobsters during low pressures. But then all of a sudden we have a full moon and a high pressure and no weather and nothing. And all of a sudden they crawl. Forever, Dave,
Right.
the best time to get out is when you can get out. And you really just don't know. I mean, I've been very and just by moving lobsters, and I kind of categorize in that one area. I seem to be doing good. I know one of these times I'm going to have a bad trip sometime or another, but I don't know when. Hopefully not soon. So
Yeah,
weather doesn't matter.
It's amazing.
Just get out.
It's amazing how that area that you're fishing, or wherever you're, Long Beach, I guess you would say, how you got it dialed in, and where you man, I mean, the limit, the less you get is 21. It's crazy. Whatever you're doing, you're doing it right. I don't see any other lobster guys getting that kind of quota on their trips.
No, he's got it dialed in pretty good. You got
So
it.
if you're in LA,
I'm getting all Dave's hate. I'm getting all Dave's hate, all of it, like a lot of hate. I'm just trying to keep my mouth shut now, and that's probably the best thing I should do, so I don't go to jail or something. So
that's too bad.
I don't know how Dave did it.
That arena.
Dave and I were talking about this the other day, and Dave had hate forever, and everyone hated him, threatened him. And then Billy K came around, and Billy K got a bluefin tuna down to a T, and then as soon as that happened, everyone started hating him and less hate on Dave. And Billy would call Dave and say, "What the hell's going on?" He couldn't handle it either. Dave's all, "Well, welcome to my world. This is what happens." And now all of a sudden, this stupid hate has to come to me. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. Very strange.
Jealousy, right now?
Yeah, I would imagine so. Luckily, I don't have any lately.
Well, you got to go fishing, Al.
Yeah. I've been caught up in a bunch of other stuff that's pretty important right now.
I had a guy on Friday. Friday. Came charging at my boat, almost trying to ram me, and I was just literally in the corner, minding my own business, engines off, just hanging out. And Larry on the boat was like, hey, screaming and waving his hands. I'm like, what are you doing? All of a sudden, I look over, and this guy's charging straight at my boat. And I'm like, what the hell? And then he wakes us the hell out. And I'm like, dude, really? That's not even called for. Like, it's not cool. But,
yeah. And all I can do is sit back and laugh.
I know. So funny.
It's so funny that I can see it coming around. And Al, you're going to get plenty of it this summer because that's just the way people are. They hate success. They hate to see people succeed. And especially in our industry, my God. In our industry, it's just hate on hate on hate. I never really understood it, but boy, oh boy, I grabbed it and hugged it and I held on to it, and I love the hate.
I don't like that arena. I've always flown under the radar.
I tried to, but people seem to find me. So, but there's some really cool stuff. Let's talk about positive stuff. The Promar Ahi. I'm teaming up with Brian and Steve, and we're trying. I can't tell you what it is or anybody what it is, but we are trying something new. I can't say improved because it's not improved to anything. It's something that I tried last year and it worked absolutely phenomenal. Doesn't have to do with lobsters, but we're gonna be demoing out this new. There's Jason Gracia. I'll call you back, Jason, if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So, so what we're demoing out or trying out this new item, and I've already been using it last year, and it works phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And Steve and Brian, they're both going to be trying it here pretty soon. And if everything goes good, they're going to be coming out with something new, and it's going to be really freaking cool. And it's so simple that literally no one's even thought of it before. It's so simple. It's always those little tiny simple things that always succeed, right?
Oh yeah, the overlooked stuff, the little stuff
Stay
that
tuned for that.
it's not going to be a big deal.
I'll tell you what it is after the show.
Well, on that note, let's show everybody something that Promar Ahi is taking care of. Captain Al, Captain Justin, and myself down here in Cabo. We're using this stuff all the time. Let me show you guys a real quick video here, and then we'll get back to what we're talking about as far as fishing goes. And everybody, if you guys, I'll tell you a big secret here in a few minutes. And we're getting ready to go do a little lingcod fishing today, so I'm going to use some of this 60-pound fluorocarbon, the GT4. Super abrasion resistant. It's going to handle those big teeth on those lingcod. We're going to drop down some live deception jigs, see if we can't get a couple of nibbles. We will let you know later, but gang, you must have some of this GT4 fluorocarbon connected between your braided line and your lure. Somewhere between your braided line and your lure, you're going to want to have some fluorocarbon. Super important. So check it out. GT4 fluorocarbon. Go to Promar Ahi USA. When you're over there, put in the code YSWG and the number 20, and that'll save you 10% on your next order of GT4 fluorocarbon. All right, thanks. And you can use that QR code we're throwing up on the screen at the bottom of the screen. You guys can use that QR code I threw up on the bottom of the screen, kind of covering Justin's face right now. You can get all your Promar products over there. Captain Al's got a bunch on his boat. Captain Justin's got a bunch on his boat. From gloves to nets to lobster gear, they pretty much cover it all. And the GT4 fluorocarbon, that's been around for about 2 years now. It's absolutely incredible. The suppleness of it, I like to say that because Matt gets a kick out of that. But it's super supple, easy to tie, very abrasion resistant. I'm telling you, if I didn't have it, I would have lost a few lures in the rocks down here in Cabo, making some cast and not paying attention to where my lure's going, and it's going right in the rock. I'll tell you what, pull back a little bit on that 30-pound fluoro, and my lure pops right out. Sometimes I straighten the hook, but it's okay. To get the lure back is the most important thing. That stuff's incredible. Check out the GT4 fluorocarbon and all the other products over at PromarAhi.com. And the QR code's on the bottom of the screen. You can save 20% or 10% on your next order, gang. Go to PromarAhi.com. So Justin and Al, we got a kind of an announcement to make here. We got a very, very, very special event happening tonight. Justin and Al's going to be taking care of his mom, but he may be in, may not. He's got a little bit of conflict but he may make it into this. But we're going to have a super special Zoom meeting tonight. If you don't have access to the Zoom meeting, here it is right here. If we didn't send you an email, this goes for everybody, whether you're a member or not. We're going to show you why this website is the website to be on. From catching bluefin tuna to catching halibut and anything in between. We got you covered, gang. We're going to kind of go over how it all works tonight. We're going to have testimonials from some of the members of the family that have been part of the website since I launched it in 2017. But just for general information, you want to check out the Zoom meeting tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It's only going to be an hour, but you can ask any questions you want from Captain Al, Captain Justin, and myself. We'll all be on there. What do you guys think, Al? Is that a good deal?
That's a great deal for the guys. Yeah, absolutely. They might learn something, Dave, or we might learn something. Vice versa.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize the fact that people aren't utilizing it to the full effect of the utilization of the website. A lot of people sign up to the website and they just want spots. And they think if they get the GPS numbers, they're going to go out there and they're just going to wail on them. You don't know what to do when you get there. You got to listen to what Al says. You got to listen to what Justin says. You might want to listen to what I say. All these spots fish totally different. And one thing I can promise you guys is we never fished it like you do. So we don't know how you fish, but I'll tell you what, if you do what we do when we get to those spots, well, you can see the proofs in the pudding, right, Justin?
Yeah. And it's not that we are like the best fishermen in the world. We just know what works for us, right? Dave knows what works for him. Al knows what works for him. And we all have our own little niche on what we do, where we adapt to everything. We have the willingness to learn. We want to learn everything. And you guys, everyone watching, you may have your own style of fishing that works for you that could be better than our way of fishing. So if you could share that also, that would be great, because I'm willing to learn everything. I'm like a sponge. I want to learn everything. And yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Not
there we go.
not only if you have a GPS number for a spot, say it's a ground fish spot, you got to add in conditions, right? If you show up there with a slack tide or the wrong conditions, it's not going to bite. You got to hit it at the right time.
Yeah.
I could go to a area where the conditions aren't right and not get bit, and then circle back in 2 hours when things are ripe and just waylay them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're not there to pull up, it doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna. And I used to think rock cod don't move around, but those things move around all the time.
Yeah, I think about 99% of fish migrate. I'm almost for sure about that. They all migrate, except for like greenlings and stuff like that, and the stuff that lives specifically to the kelp leaves. I think pretty much everything else migrates that I've noticed. Where they go, who knows? They go wherever they want. They have a tail, so
why they're moving, who knows, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even Garibaldi. I mean, one moment, unless it's in like a like right next to Avalon or something, if it's out, you'll notice that some areas have like K20. So I went to K20 and all 1 year we caught a whole bunch of yellowtail, we caught this, we got that, so on and so on. And then the next year we caught were freaking Garibaldis. I'm like, dude, this is not cool. Like, what happened? everything moved, and all the Garibaldis moved in. It's kind of weird. And then the next were whitefish. I'm okay. That's really freaking weird. I don't know what's going on now. So pretty sure
Different
the fish
conditions.
just migrate around all over the place. You never know. They follow the food.
The pelagics, a lot of it has to do with water temperature, food, and clarity. But like for instance, the Whistler buoy off the point of San Diego, there was one year that we're catching 25 to 28 pound yellowtail on the Whistler buoy. You know, I haven't seen them back there in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they move. We used to smoke a bunch of big old yellowtail down off IB too at certain years. And they haven't really showed up. Onesies, twosies, but not like getting limits for 4 people down there. You know?
Yeah.
5 years ago, I was doing yellowtail half days and killing it.
Yep.
2 a day.
Look at John Stanley. John Stanley found some yellows that wanted to move in and bite over there in La Jolla. That was pretty cool.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, so conditions, the fish move around. Even the cod, they move too.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite sayings, Matt Ryan. There are no fences. There's nothing to stop them from swimming in or swimming out. That's why those MLPs don't make any sense, gang. They don't make any sense at all because the fish can swim in them. They can swim out of them. The water cannot be cleaner in an MLP. It can't. It's impossible. Even though they like to say that it's cleaner in there, it's that's the farthest thing from the truth. And we all got to be diligent and we got to be up on this because, oh my goodness, a new appointment. The head of California Fishing Wildlife.
Here we go.
I can't help it.
I knew this was getting to there. I knew it.
This new person, we're in big trouble, gang. If you guys don't show up now, we got a new fishing game boss, and she hates going outside.
Hates fishing.
She hates fishing. Everything. She hates everything. She hates life. She hates outside. She hates the sun. She hates everything. So if we're not diligent and we don't pay attention, gang, fishing as we know it is going to be over. Do your research. Don't believe me. Don't believe Justin. Don't believe Captain Al. Just go look at her. Go look at her background. Go follow. It's not hard anymore. These people can't hide. You can follow her background. She is anti-outside. She's whiter than Al's shirt, and she's anti-going outside. So we are in trouble. When I say we're in trouble, I can't even emphasize it enough. It's a big, big, big trouble. We're in big trouble, gang. Pay attention. The new boss.
Way worse than we just had it.
The new boss of the Fish and Wildlife is at a different level of hating outside and anybody that goes outside. And I'm going to tell it like it is, because what are they going to do to me? What are they going to do to me? Nothing. So you got to pay attention, right, Al? We got to show up to the meetings.
Absolutely, man. Got to.
This gal is unbelievable.
It's pretty unfair playing field, you know. They point these people and there's no fairness whatsoever.
No. It's pretty unbelievable, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of just like Michael Folks loves to say, death by a million cuts. Well, this is a big, deep cut. This is going to be terrifying.
Yeah, this is no more million cuts. This is one cut.
This is a big one, gang. You guys have no idea what we're in. You can't even believe they appointed this person. Well, it's just so sad. Do you just keep watching, gang, and paying attention and showing up at the meetings and being the resistance. The resistance, we got it. I don't know. They call me a disruptor. I'm going to disrupt as much as I possibly can. You know, I'm not going to throw a brick into an ice car or nothing, but I'm going to disrupt as much as I can. This agenda to stop fishing is absolutely insane.
You got to be a professional disruptor, Dave.
That's what it says I am on Chat GPT.
Yeah, and they're right. Oh, Chat GPT's pretty right all the time.
How did she get? She got appointed by the governor of the great state of California, and you know him. He hates anybody except himself. So the hate is real, and we're gonna suffer for it.
The next president of the United States.
Yeah.
Oh my. Pretty crazy, Dave. Pretty crazy.
And Tim Ogilvy, can a new governor, not in the state of California, because the problem in the state of California is we have no voter ID. So we're going to keep getting what we got until we require ID at the voting booth. It's never going to change, no matter how much we cry and how much we bitch about it. As long as we have no ID, we'll have the most corrupt voting in the world. No other country in the world allows voting with no ID except for 4 or 5 states in the United States of America. It's absolutely mind-boggling. As long as you have no voter ID, you'll have corrupt elections. As long as you do, I'm just telling you. No voter ID, no bueno for anybody. It's sad.
Yep.
It's very, very sad, but we're going to have to deal with it because we have to deal with it. So we're going to all have to just stay involved and stay as I will keep you guys appraised of the next meetings. We'll be there and we'll try to make a difference. They're stacking the deck against us. I don't know. I love fishing. I do. I love it. I love fishing. I have a passion for it. I love watching my friends catch fish. I love fishing. I don't know how much longer I can fight this, though. It's getting almost. They're stacking the deck against us, gang. Every day we turn the corner and there's another one. And this young lady that's going to run the fishing game, our fish and wildlife, she is not good for us.
Yeah. So that's enough political talk.
Hey Dave, I just sent you a picture of some of the cool baits that I've been painting. Maybe we can change the subject.
Okay, let's change the subject.
I'm gonna show something or tell people something to change the subject really fast. It's kind of funny, okay? We used to do this when we were little. It's really hard to drink through a straw and look mean. Look.
Oh, Jesus.
You look like an extraterrestrial with your cheeks all sucked in.
You never know. So funny.
That's going to be our next life. The lobster extraterrestrial.
Yeah. That's too funny. All right. What else are we going to talk about? You guys got something to talk about? Because I'm going to talk about fishing here if y'all don't talk about anything.
When's your next lobster trip?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Damn, you've been killing it. That's great.
Thank you. So we got some really warm water coming up here in Est, which is also going to bring probably warm water again, which I think it's going to be a nice warm water year for a lot of pelagics and whatever else y'all are going to fish for. That being said, fishing is going to be really, really, really good. it's pretty good right now. We got almost limits of scope, and we got a bunch of sargo also the other day, which is a really good sign locally for white sea bass. So that being said, when you're out there and you're looking for current, because current is the number one factor for all fishing, and there's nothing to look at. So there's no kelp or anything else to find out which way the current's going. One thing I've been noticing the last couple of years is that if I drive over the spot, so say there's a big rock pile, say I'm going over Iser's Reef, so there's a bunch of debris down there. I drive over the reef from south to north, and I don't know which way the current's going. A really good indicator of that is to find out what side of the structure the fish are on. So if I drive from south to north and I notice that the fish are not on the south side of the structure, but they're on the north side of the structure, I know I need to be anchoring on the north side, because more than likely, 9 times out of 10, that current is going downhill. So that's just a little key thing to look out for that I've noticed. And I'm not looking for bait. If you're metering bait, that doesn't count. I'm talking about bass. A lot of it. If you meter like 1 or 2 bass here or there, personally, I wouldn't even stop. If you meter 1 or 2 bass, that doesn't count. You're looking for the majority of the fish on that one side of that structure. So once you find that, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, that's the side you want to be fishing on. So, there. So, what do you all think?
Yeah, that's a good way. Another way is to grab like a 12 rock cod weight and put a piece of ribbon on it and drop it over the side. And that ribbon will tell you which way the current's going to.
Oh yeah, that's a good way too. Dang.
Actually, Roy on the Royal Polaris uses that method all the time.
That's a good idea. That'll also tell you if you have really good current or not as good current, almost like a flag, right? And wind.
Yeah, it just needs to be a piece of, that it's like an inch wide, real light green, light orange tape that the engineers use on like a parking lot layout, right, on the stakes.
Yeah.
So something light, a couple feet long, and tie it to some braid and stick it on a 12 ounce weight and drop it over the side, and it'll be flapping whichever way the tides or the current is moving.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it works good. Like you said, because sometimes you're out there and the wind's blowing one way and there's nothing really to kind of figure out which way the current's going. So you can drop that thing down to down as far as you can see it,
Yeah, well, I'm going to jump off here, but I'm going to get something that is going to change what you guys catch. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Promar sells it. And I've been trying to get one from Brian, but I just haven't had the freaking time. He has one, like 2 of them or 3 of them ready for me to pick up, but I just haven't had time to go get it. But I'm going to take a screenshot really quick, send it to Dave, and this is going to change what you catch. It's absolutely phenomenal. I think everyone should have one. I'll be right back.
All right. Kind of like Captain Al's chum tube. You got to have one of those chum tubes. But look at this. I can't believe you painted all these, Al. These things came out beautiful. Check this out, gang. This is painted by our buddy, Captain Al Clowers. Look at that. Is that insane? Talk about it for a minute.
Yeah, so about, I like to try to use stuff that nobody can buy or whatever, and I have a little garage shop. So I bought an airbrush about a year ago, and I played with it a little bit, played with it here and there. And then I kind of got into it pretty heavy during my mom thing, because a lot of times, days I'm watching my mom, I have like 2 hours of free time or something, so I'll come in the garage. So I started zoning in on it a little bit better, and I found a gun that changed my freaking painting, my airbrushing skills in one click. And so I started painting them. I can't tell you exactly what colors are those or what names they are or whatever. Those are all just freehand painted by me, and I really enjoy doing it. Those are good baits. The ones on the left are really good for deep water. And once the spring comes, the ones on the right, they're little 2.5 crankbaits, shallow fishing. are really good. But yeah, I had to do a bunch of research, and then I came across this guy on YouTube that shared every gun he ever had and what gun that he used is today. And that guy does some super phenomenal work. So I ordered one on Amazon, and it's just under $100. And I'll tell you what, it changed my game. So I can spray pin lines up to just like put a lot of paint out if you want. So I really got into it, and I really dig it. And I have one of the grandkids, the most fishy grandkid with the most patience, over here the other day, and he painted. Once you click back on, I'll show you which one he painted with my help. And yeah, it's good therapy, you know. So if you guys have baits at your house and you're kind of into crafty stuff around the house, I know John Stanley is, and some other people, and you want to paint your own baits, you know, there's a bunch of saltwater baits you can paint too. And also you can put this paint on plastics, on swim baits and stuff too. So if I can do it, anybody can do it, you know. And now it doesn't take long to produce one of these, you know. They get more in depth than this, but yeah, I'm pretty fired up about it. So I paint some saltwater baits. Once you click back on, Dave, I'm going to show you.
I'm here.
Okay. I don't know. Can they see me?
Not yet, but I'm going to I'm going to pull your lures down now that you're done talking about them.
Yeah, hold on a second. So for the guys that like to throw poppers, I don't know if you can see this. I sprayed a little bit of green on the top, and then I put some sparkle on the bottom. See that? So those little changes right there can be from you catching nothing to you catching some fish, you know, just little color changes and stuff like that. I'm kind of into that stuff, you know. It's hard for me to throw stuff right out of the pack, except for some of the Promar products are really good right out of the pack. Out of the pack, you don't have to change the hooks, the Cara jigs, those deception cedar plug baits are good right out of the pack. But some of the stuff, if you change it just a little bit, it's going to yield you more fish. And the good thing about it is nobody has one if you haven't given none to your buddy. So the fish are going to see stuff that they never seen before. That's my mentality, you know.
Right.
But I like playing around, so it's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, you got some extra time, but the cool thing is you're painting these little, you know what bites and what doesn't, and you know what eats and what doesn't. So you're making these baits, and they're absolutely spectacular.
See that blue?
Yeah.
This bait, the back of this was sprayed black, but I have a clear coat that has a blue tint in it, and you spray it over a dark color, and you get that blue sheen. It's pretty bitchin'. But my grandson painted this with my help. This is his bait, which is cool.
Now, can he go back and paint it the same way? Another
Not
bait?
yet. Not yet. I mean,
Can you?
Yeah. All those colors I could redo. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is so rad.
Some of it's mixed, you know. Some of it's not just one color, you know. You mix a couple different colors and stuff. But
well, yeah, I like that one brown bait that had all the weird. I don't know. Look at
this one.
Look at that. Let's see.
This is a bluegill. It has a bunch of different colors in it.
That one that's dead. Hold on a second. Look at this. The one that's dead center in the middle, right there.
Oh, on the top?
Nope, dead center in the middle. See that one? Above the pink one and below the green one. You watching?
I think this one.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is the only one that doesn't have a primer coat. I spray it right on the clear. So it's a little see-through. It's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, I thought that looked really cool, but I would be amazed if you could do that color again.
Yeah, I can do that color again. Yep.
That would be amazing.
That one's just red and black, basically. Yeah. And the saltwater baits, you can spray them too, you know. I haven't got into that arena, but like your Rapalas, all your old surface irons, you sand them down and hit them with airbrush, no problem. Yeah. And then this one, I put some sparkle on it.
Okay, that looks pretty cool. That looks like scales.
Right. Yeah, that's why I put the sparkle on the bottom of the poppers, because it's sitting in the middle of a bunch of scales, right?
Right.
And if it's sunny, this thing turns a little bit and it gets a lot of bling.
I love what you call yourself, Justin.
I just changed. I've seen
like,
that.
what is that? Al, you know what's going on, right?
No, I don't have a clue.
Justin, Justin and I got told by someone that they are the king of the harbor in LA.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, well, look at Justin's name.
It was King of the Harbor #2, but never mind. I changed.
So Al,
Yeah.
can everybody that's watching right now, there's a lot of people that are impressed with the paint job. Can they buy these from you?
Yeah, absolutely.
How can they get a hold
For
of you?
$10, I'll respray any of their baits too. They can get a hold of me at 619-800-3474. That's direct to my cell phone. 619-800-FISH if you forget the numbers.
Nice, because I think that a few people kind of like that color. And we're excited when you're going to go live here pretty soon. Next couple weeks, you're going to start fishing largemouth bass. That's going to be fun to watch you again.
Right.
That's so cool to start the morning off watching Captain Al cruising around the lake with his trolling motor.
Yeah, we can do that. I had a little situation on Saturday. I threw one of the grandkids in the truck. And remember I told you I had an issue with my truck breaking down?
Yes, sir.
Well, I kind of forgot about it that morning, so I went and hooked up the boat. I went and hooked up the boat, totally forgot about the truck was having issues, hooked the boat up, went to Otay, made it 3/4 of the way to Otay, and the truck died. And then I waited about 15 minutes, finally got it started back up, and it died right in the parking lot. So my buddy was there, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, we can just swing this boat away from your truck and hook my truck to it, and I'll launch you, and we'll deal with the remains when you get done fishing. I'm like, that sounds like a good idea, because I need a stress relief day, a little bit on the water. So as soon as I backed my Ranger in the water, turned the steering wheel, I lost the steering cable broke.
Oh.
So yeah, I got steering cable issues because my old Ranger has cable, not hydraulic. And so I got to fix the Ranger steering, and I still got to fix my truck. I had my father-in-law come over right now and put the scanner on it, and I sent the codes to the mechanic. So, yeah, my list keeps piling up. You know, I'd like to be able to just go fishing for fun if I don't have any trips. And it's hard to do that with all this crap I have on my list every day, you know?
Right. Well, like I always say, your mom takes precedent over everything, because there's going to be a day where she's not going to be there and you're going to wish.
Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time. It's only me and my older brother right now because my niece is going through the chemo, you know. So you go over there, it's like walking into a hospital. It's pretty rough, but yeah. And then I was at my mom's the other day. My niece turns on the vacuum and all the breakers go out. I'm like, what? So I said, no big deal. Let me go to the breaker panel. I'll flip them. So I flipped all the breaker panels, and there was still a couple areas in the house that were off. So I made some calls and blah, blah, blah. One of them, one of them was the oxygen, right? That's a big deal for my mom. And then we have tanks for backup for mobile, but so I was freaking out a little bit. So then my one electrician buddy told me, go over there and shut them all off and go through one of them and see what section of the house comes on or off or whatever and label it. So I started doing that. And by the time I got to the end, everything was back on. But the panel, the house was built in like 1958. So the breaker panel's old, and my electrician buddy wasn't available. So I'm waiting for a phone call right now because as soon as he calls, I got to meet him at my mom's because I think we're going to have to replace the breaker panel on the house. So yeah, there's a lot going on.
Heck yeah, there is.
I'm trying to process every day. I have to process different things, and I'm doing a good job of it, but thanks to my wife. But some days it's like, damn, I just want to go down to the boat and take off,
Absolutely. I know what you mean.
But it's hard when you have all this stuff on your mind.
Yep. And you guys, Justin's going to talk about this real quick, this tube that he's got. But what I want to do is I want to emphasize the fact that you must have one of Captain Al's chum tubes on the boat. Those things work epically phenomenal. They work all over the place. But Justin's got another idea that works really good. Besides this chum tube hanging off the side of your boat or off the front of your boat, check this tube out and talk about this for a minute, Justin, because I think the two of them together is going to work phenomenal.
So what you're going to do with this is you're going to use Al's chum tube to smash up the bait first, and then put it inside of here in this tube. But you're going to use this way different than Al's tube. Okay. Al's tube is going to disperse it in the first upper half of the water column. Now this is going to disperse it in the bottom half of the water column, or actually the bottom 5 feet of the water column. So you're going to attach this to your anchor line or anchor chain and drop it down with your anchor. You're just going to attach it to it and drop it down. That way you have chum coming out of there and you have chum coming off of Al's tube. You're going to catch a lot more fish than you've ever even planned on doing with both of these.
And the thing is with Captain Al's chum tube, it's large and you don't want to lose it because it's a game changer, but it's expensive. So I wouldn't feel comfortable hooking it to my anchor and dropping it down. That's why Al puts weights in them. You can move them up and down the water column. This right here, low cost, available at Promar. You can get as many of them as you want. They're very low cost, right, Justin?
Yeah. Very inexpensive. It's absolutely a must have. And this right here, you don't use this like you do Al's, okay? Al's is more detailed. It lasts a lot longer. The bait will last a lot longer in Al's tube. This one is just to get the predensity of the fish down at the very bottom of the water column. So this one you're going to specifically attach to your anchor. And the reason why is because your boat's always going to sit stern facing the direction of where you're fishing. So you want all that bait that's inside of that tube to be pushing out in that direction.
Yeah, and the cost is not that much, and you can buy a handful of these. I'm putting the QR code up on the screen right now. You go over to Promar, get a handful of these, and then along with Captain Al's chum tube, which is a must-have. John Stanley will tell you that all day, every day.
Yeah, gotta have be catching so many fish. It's gonna be crazy.
But yeah, then you got the chum on the bottom, the chum on the top. My gosh, the prey density level's just been increased by about a tenfold. Fish are going to be raining on your boat.
Yeah. Yes, the anchor chain. You don't want to attach it just to the anchor itself. So the way that your anchor is set up, if you watch the how-to videos, you're going to have your anchor, your chain, and then your rope or a line or whatever you want to call it. You're going to have the piece that connects to your chain. So you're going to attach this to the chain link that is closest to your rope, your chain rope. So your anchor rope, whatever you want to call it. Everyone calls it something different. So you're going to want to attach it there. And this one you just send down, and when you pull it up when you leave, because you're going to be moving.
To your anchor.
Where
What do you think, Al?
out chum tube, you're going to be constantly dispersing chum into the water constantly. Where this chum tube, you're just going to fill it once, drop it down. It's probably going to last you maybe 30 minutes to an hour max. And then once all that disperses in the water, Al's chum tube is now dispersing it in the upper water column. So then the fish are just going to start moving up and up and up and up and up. And while Al's chum tube is dispersing in the upper water column, that's going to keep all the fish there, fly line a sardine, and wada bammo.
What do you think, Al?
I think it's a double whammy right there because mine disperses a bunch of little particles in the water. And that one, unless you shook the anchor rope, it's just bait down there. So they'll follow the stuff coming out of my chum tube, and once they get there, they're going to stay there because of the Promar bait.
Absolutely. It's a double whammy, gang. It works together. This stuff, like Justin and Al keep talking about, you got to keep changing what you're doing and keep innovating and keep trying new things. And this goes right in line with what I was saying the other day when I was telling you guys how you can get these bigger sand bass to bite on the wrecks and on the artificial reefs. You throw a Captain Al's chum tube over the side. You got that thing chumming for you, but you throw this thing on one of the links of the chain and drop it to the bottom. My God, the sand bass are going to come out of nowhere. They're going to be everywhere. And plus sheephead and all the other stuff that's there. It's going to be a phenomenal 1-2 punch for sure. We already got one guy ordering them. So you guys check.
How big are those Promar tubes?
What are they, about 12, 18 inches or something, Justin?
No, they're probably 12 inches. They're that big. You see it right there? Let me go on there and I can tell you exactly how long they are.
To me, it looks about 12 inches by 4 inches. Maybe 3 inches.
Yeah, I think more like 3. It's not the big stuff like what Al has. It's more of a let's get the food cycle going for these fish, and then Al's is the let's keep these fish around and keep catching them all day long.
Right. I wonder how seal proof that thing's going to be right there.
Well, I don't think that's it. I don't think it's seal proof.
Yeah, mine are seal proof pretty much.
Yeah.
No, they're not getting in yours, Al, but they might smash this one. But that's why they're very inexpensive, and you should get a handful of them because it's going to change. It's going to change what you catch, especially on your smaller boats, guys, your private boats, because you don't have the capacity to hold a lot of bait. And if you got 3 or 4 people fishing, you want to increase your chances of catching fish. And it's all about chum. We talk about it all the time. It's all about chum. The more chum in the water, the better it is for us, the easier it is to catch fish. So why not get as many of these things as you can in the water to increase your chance of catching fish when you're out there fishing? I always say it's going to change what you catch by what you put in the water as far as chum goes.
Yeah, so they're 3.5 inches by 6 inches. There's 2 different sizes. So they're not real big, everyone. They're not real big where they're going to be all day long type of a deal. They're 3.5 by 6 inches and then 3.5 by 9 inches. And the cost is from $18 and under. So that's not including the discount you're going to get.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, Cubby.
What'd Cubby say?
What Cubby said?
He said these work crazy good. Save them bags, especially for lower column bait density. And he's got this little fruit bag, same type of thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to use women's stockings too. Put a bunch of bait in the women's stocking and tie a knot at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That works.
Put it on a 16-ounce, 1 pound
Yeah.
sinker and drop it down to the bottom. That'll work.
It works good for catching eels. My dad used to do that to catch eels off the jetty when I was a kid.
Oh, that's funny.
Eel clamps onto that thing and don't let go. Hey, if anybody wants to know what airbrush that I came across that works really good, this is the one right here. It's a CSI Creos, CREOS. If you can remember all this, PS-270 with a .02 needle. This thing is insane. So this is the pressure. This is the air pressure tube right here, right? So I only have a little compressor that I can't tell how much air I'm squirting through it. I can turn it up or down, but this one with this little knob right here, this reduces or increases your air pressure. So you don't really need to know what your air pressure is. You can just adjust this right here and spray on a piece of paper until you get it to where you want it. It's like state of the art. It's so bad, bitch. They're only like $95. There's some airbrushes out there. I was looking at them that are like $1,500. So this is the money one. You can do anything with it.
And I want you guys to check this guy out. Proper PDR. He's right here. What would you guys say is the number one thing he needs to do?
Uh-oh.
Become a member. Become a member of the website. Become a member of the website. Everybody should be jumping on that post and telling him it's super important. And the bait we use absolutely matters more than anything. Right, Justin?
Absolutely, 100%. Oh, I got a lizard crawling down my back.
Oh, yeah, you do. You got lizards all over you.
Yeah. Prince Justin. This one was trying to eat my ear a second ago. Come here, you knucklehead. What are you guys doing? I don't know what he's doing. This one's name is Lobster.
Oh, perfect. Because he looks kind of like a lobster.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Lobster. This one down here is, I don't know what he's doing. Come here. Come on. Great. So.
All right, boys. The electrician just called me.
All right. Well, we're done anyway. Nice lizards. All right, Al.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
All
Thank
right.
you,
See
Al.
ya.
All right. See you.
Hold on a
Hey.
minute. Don't go anywhere after we end the show. Just hang on 1 second.
Hey, gang, check us out. The QR code's up on the screen. YSWG going to do a big Zoom meeting tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you're on there. If you haven't got it, send me a text 949-374-0786, and I'll get you the link. You all want to be on the Zoom call tonight. It's only going to be an hour. We're going to try to answer as many questions as you can. Hopefully, Captain Al can join us. It all depends on what's going on at Mom's house. But Justin and I will be there. If Al isn't, we'll take up the slack. But if Al's there, great. Everybody have a great day. Turn off